Welcome back, everybody, to Life Uncommon. I am Andrea Rodriguez, and I am saying welcome back because this is our first show after.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
And it's September already.
Yeah. So happy September, everybody. This is a very patriotic month in Belize here. And I know yesterday was Labor Day in the States.
Yes,
so there was I saw you made a post about all the food and everything that people were posting up.
Yeah, that was hard because I was seeing, like my brother and different family members, they were all cooking out. They were doing the barbecue grill. And then like you and several other people were posting pictures of the cute kids going back to school. So yeah, it was making me hungry and missing my babies at the same time.
Yeah, not two good combinations, you know. So the theme for this year, for September, is confronting challenges, celebrating triumphs, renewing our resolve.
Yeah.
And I hope that people will think about this theme and think about how are we confronting challenges?
Yeah.
What are triumphs and what triumphs are we celebrating?
Yeah.
And if we are renewing our resolve.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking a little bit more about September and what it means to be patriotic. Again, I feel like closer to Independence Day, we might touch more on this. But I know right now there's a lot of stuff going on in the country, and I've heard that the fuel prices might go up again.
I know. I was looking at that.
Yeah.
I was looking at that, and it seems like that hurricane it has had a ripple effect, and is affecting more than just Houston, Texas itself.
Yeah.
It's having a ripple even into Belize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it is hard for lots of people to feel patriotic or to celebrate, when you have these challenges facing us. And Harvey really did a number on Texas.
Yeah.
I know I've been reading about people complaining and saying that the focus is on Houston, but there is a place called Rockport, I think, that got really, I mean, they were devastated as well. But I guess the media and just the coverage hasn't been much on that part, but on Houston.
Yeah. Well, and there have been there's been flooding in different places around the world. I was reading in India. I mean, parts of Mumbai are still underwater. Over 1,200 people have lost their lives. So this is that time of year where there's hurricanes and typhoons and all sorts of things going on. So
and there's another hurricane
on its way.
Irma. And Irma is acting like a bad girl.
Yes, category 5 already.
Yeah. They said she's like the strongest storm in 10 years.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm just like really praying for those people in its path.
Yeah.
I heard it's supposed to pass like some of the islands and then go to Florida.
Right.
So let's hope something happens.
So,
before, because a category 5 hurricane is, and you're on an island. It's not like you can move inland and go high.
Exactly.
That is like there's nowhere to run.
Yeah.
So that's really, really hard, I think, for those people who are bracing themselves right now. So all the more reason for us here in Belize, I think, to be grateful and thankful for what we have, because Harvey could have hit us the way it did Texas.
And I was so grateful. I mean, that for me, that felt like an answer to prayer that it didn't hit here the way we were all expecting it to.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for what happened in Houston, and at the same time, just so grateful.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Belize doesn't have the same type of infrastructure that they do in the States, and it just could have really been a devastating thing here.
And Harvey was a tricky one too, because Harvey kind of disappeared,
Yes, it did for a little while.
I was like, what's going on with you, Harvey? Yeah. So we took a break. Every year since we've been doing the show, we decided that we have to take 1 month break to kind of just, take some downtime, be refreshed, and come back and do this all over again. So summer break was short. I feel like I felt like we just went on break. But it was a good break. A lot of stuff happened in 1 month.
Yes, it did.
And so we're back, and we're going to be chit-chatting a little bit. We would love to hear from you what you guys did in the summer, and it's back to school too for all the kids, and lots of you are probably like me, having a quiet house in the morning.
How does that feel? You've had it two mornings now?
Yeah, I don't know if it was quiet. I mean, there's no kids, but I played music.
Okay.
So, yeah, but it's been good. I think the first 2 days, it's been good. I enjoy just silence if I want to. If I want to put on music, I can play it as loud as I want. I kind of can move at my own pace.
Yeah.
So that's good. However, I decided that I want to be a crazy mom and make lunch every day for the kids.
Oh, wow. So is that how you're spending your free mornings? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So I will see how this works out. But the first day was a success. And today I'm not making lunch because I'm here.
Right.
But they loved it. I thought they were going to be like, we want bad food. But they were like, Mom, it tastes good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm going to try and see if this is something that can work. I don't know how you guys do it out there that make lunch every day or whatever. So if you have some tips you want to share, I will gladly take them. Yeah, because I know there's other parents that make lunches every day and send to school. So. Yeah.
It is a challenge, though, sometimes to try to be creative in the morning and figure out what you're going to do.
But the only thing for me is that because I work from home most of the time, I have enough time to actually think about, so what I'm planning on doing is to come up with a list or a plan for the entire week.
That's a good idea.
And then prepare ahead of time. Monday is this, Tuesday is that, whatever. And then mix it, switch it around. And I think that will help me because then I could start to prepare maybe from the night before for some.
That would be good.
And the kids can give their input on what they want. So. Well, Jenny doesn't want any lunch at school. That's my oldest. She thinks she's too cool for her mom to bring lunch. So
she's in high school now.
I have a high schooler people.
Yes.
So that is interesting, I think, having a high schooler in the house, and all of a sudden she seems like she's all grown up and making comments like, I said, let me come and fix her hair. She's like, nope, I'll fix it myself because I don't like how you fix it. I'm like, excuse me. So,
Oh, gosh. Well, maybe we need to call up Miss Jessie and find out if anybody else ever said things like that.
I doubt it. I don't think so. I remember hating some of the hairdos, but I kind of, kept it in. I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
But who knows? All right. So what did you do in the summer, Alita? Maybe we'll start with you.
Oh, gosh. I was trying to remember all the things. August was kind of a quiet month. We were still busy at the Child Development Foundation. I was still working. I did get the opportunity to perform at Queen of the Bay Belmopan. That was exciting. And then I think the highlight with performances, I got a chance to go up Miss Radiance in Unitedville. She does a back-to-school camp every year. And she has about 30 to 50 kids that she does a feeding program for. And she had a camp for them, and I got a chance to go and preach and sing, and that was a lot of fun. So, and I've been doing a lot of writing and stuff like that this summer. Got some new music coming out next month, so I guess it was busy. I didn't feel like I had a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look out for Alita's stuff. We have some stuff coming down the pipes for sure that you will be interested in. And Alita has t-shirts, and we keep forgetting. She keeps forgetting to bring her t-shirt. I wanted to show you guys, but she has one that has if you're a lover, you're not beaten. It's from one of her songs that she did. Yeah. And she has them for sale. Mm-hmm. So if you guys would like one of those, you can contact her on her Facebook page, Alita Sharp. And there's pictures of the t-shirts and stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom was modeling some of them.
Was? He's a great model.
Yeah. So with the 1 month that we did, I felt like we did a lot of stuff indeed, because you were also doing the Captivated outreach, but that was for several months.
It was for several months, and I was just looking at the calendar. We took a break for August, but this weekend on Sunday we'll be in Chetumal, Mexico.
Okay.
As one of the stops on the tour. Yeah.
And so that, I think you guys have been 5 places?
Yes,
or so?
We were in Belize City, Hattieville, Punta Gorda, Esperanza.
And down south you guys went, right?
Yeah.
And then you were in Cornerstone? Up in San Ignacio?
That was just the drama team. And
okay.
Ripple. Yeah.
Okay. So these guys are going to Chetumal and all over the place.
We're trying to hit every district.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're looking at maybe Dangriga and maybe Orange Walk as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard really great stuff about it. I haven't been able to tag along. She has more energy than me. You know, I still have little kids. She's fine. So but it's a great initiative. I really like what these guys are doing. It's not, it's a bunch of young people coming together, and I know they still need funds for that trip going to Chetumal. So if you would be interested in, giving towards that, they can be contacted on Mervin's Facebook page, I would say. Mervin Budram on his Facebook page. All right. So with me,
yes, I was just.
I had 2 weddings.
You had a lot of travel.
I did. I went to Texas with my daughter, and then my husband joined us. A week later, I celebrated
and you had an anniversary.
Yes, we had our 14th wedding anniversary in August, and that was fun. We look forward to anniversaries every year. Yeah. And I went for a wedding. My cousin there was getting married, and Zaira was a flower girl, and that was great. That was a wonderful trip. I really enjoyed it, and getting to see Zaira experience the first of going on a plane and getting to go to the States for the first time. That was fun watching her, and just a wonderful time with my aunt there. And then I came back, and shortly after I came back, I had another wedding for another cousin in Hopkins. She came down and got married there, and that was a lot of work. And so then right after that, it's back to school. So I remember doing hair late into the night, getting ready for school the next day, and making sure they have everything and bags packed and all of that. So I feel like that consumed my entire month that we were off. And then Zaira is going on a dance trip soon with her ballet school.
That's right.
And as I came back, I felt like I had to jump right into fundraising. So I'm like, oh my goodness, juggling so many things at the same time. Yeah.
Well, you need to bring in some of her artwork so that we can try to auction some of those off as well.
I was going to bring the one you ordered or you got from her, and I just ran out of the house and forgot it. One of those mornings, made my coffee and couldn't drink it. It got too cold because I was doing so many things. But I will bring some of her paintings for people to see. She's selling them. and to raise money for her dance trip in November. So yeah, and I was really touched yesterday. A lady sent her son all the way to my house.
Oh, wow.
With a donation for
donation.
Zaira.
Aw.
Yeah, and he was like, I was stalking you, Miss Andrea, because I was in and out all day, and
so he was waiting.
Yep. So he kind of looked to see when the car was there, so he could hurry and come. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
That's
so.
exciting. How many students, dance students, are doing fundraising right now?
I'm counting. Five of them. This time it's a smaller group going. So we have, counting in my head.
Yeah.
5 that I know for sure that's going this time on the trip. Yeah. So it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But I'm also nervous about all the stuff that needs to be done.
Yes. Well, all the details, the behind the scenes is always the harder part, it seems like.
And we've gone to Dallas before, and this year we're going to Orlando, Florida for the first time. Yeah.
I've never been there.
So I'll bring you a postcard. All right.
So do we need to take a break? I can't see.
Yeah, we can take a break.
I was watching for Cirilla's hand.
Yeah. I know Cirilla missed us a lot,
I know
so he's
he
happy
did.
to have us bugging him again. All right, so we'll take a short break and we will come right back. Feel free to text your friends and tell them, guess what, Life Uncommon is back on the air live. And hopefully we'll be on Facebook. If not, next week for sure we'll be back there on Facebook. So we'll be right back.
Desde Colombia y de la compañía que produjo Café Buen Día, presentamos Gries, 100% puro café colombiano, elaborado en una de las mejores regiones cafetaleras del mundo. Gries, 100% puro café colombiano, es liofilizado para mantener y preservar el delicado sabor y aroma del puro café colombiano. Gries, 100% puro café colombiano, la combinación perfecta para la taza de café que solo tú mereces. Buenos días con Grace, 100% puro café colombiano.
Para recetas, visita gracerecetas.com. Es el momento para Grace.
Top it off with Grace tomato ketchup. Top it off with Grace tomato ketchup. I like it on my hot burger and fries. Grace tomato ketchup, it's a taste I cannot deny. Grace tomato ketchup, I like it on my fish and chips, on fried chicken strips. So good to lick your lips. Grace tomato ketchup, I like it on my rice and beans, on my sandwiches, almost on everything. Grace tomato ketchup.
Welcome back to Life Uncommon. We are live here in the studio at Plus TV. It is September 5th
Yes,
already.
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we've just been talking about, kind of what we did this summer and all of the different things that have been going on. And, it's interesting with the back to school. I remember being in, where was I? A&R and seeing how packed it was with everybody trying to get prepared, before. I think this was last Saturday. It's like, oh my goodness, I picked the wrong day to come in here.
Yeah, it usually gets really crazy.
It was crazy. Oh my goodness. And I can only imagine, you know, all around the country that was going on in different places.
One of the things that I wanted to touch on a little bit though today is the fact that, like you were saying, you know, in there was packed and everybody was trying to get their kids prepared. I mean, material-wise.
Right.
But how many of us take the time to actually prepare them emotionally?
That's true.
You know, or to teach them about how to behave at school, what is right, what's wrong, because I think, especially if your child transferred to a new school, there's new challenges that child will face, or, you know, they got a new teacher, maybe new students came into their class.
Right.
And I saw on Facebook about this lady that said, first day of school, a child went into her daughter's backpack and stole her coloring book.
Oh my goodness.
First day of school.
First day of school. Wow.
And so somebody was commenting and saying, you know, if my child brought home something that wasn't his, he would have to take it right back, and he would be punished for stealing. And so that made me think about, you know, are we talking to our kids about what's acceptable, you know, respecting people's privacy, and also about them, their own safety. Like bathrooms are scary for me with, you know, little kids. Like find out from the school how does that work with little ones going to the bathroom, and talk to your kids too about not letting anybody come in with you. Nobody should be touching you any kind of way. Things like that. I think it's important to talk with kids when preparing them for going back to school, and not just the bags and the books and stuff.
Definitely. And it's always important to have those little conversations all along the way, but right before school or before any new thing happens in their lives, that's important as well. And you mentioning safety with going to the bathrooms or you know, during lunchtime, I know there are some kids that walk home or walk to wherever it is they're going to be eating lunch, and just making sure that the children are safe at all times.
Yeah. Teaching them about strangers, you know.
Well, and it's not always strangers, you know. Sometimes it's somebody that they know that's not necessarily a safe person for them to be spending time with.
That's true, because I read somewhere that most of the time it is done by people that they know, you know, and that is true. And was it you that said something one time about my friends are not your friends?
Yes.
You know, and I think that's a good time to remind them.
Yes. No, actually, wait, that came out from one of our guests. It was a man that said that. He was reminding them that his friends were not.
So that's a good one to remind them too. And I think of just again encouraging parents like myself who can go to schools during lunch to look around you, you know, pay attention and see the kids that may not be eating lunch or off in a corner, and, you know, encourage your child if you know, if they're in her class or his class, encourage them to be compassionate, to share, you know, to reach out, because I think a lot of times these kids fall through the cracks. And
they do.
Nobody really noticed them, and I think it's heartbreaking for kids to go to school and not have lunch, you know, or have the basic things that they need. So if you can give extra to the teacher as well, that is fine too. Like Zyra's teacher went all out for her class, you know, but she took that out of her own pocket. And her class is really beautiful. You could tell that she loves what she's doing. And she even had a little welcome note for all of them, and a letter from her to the parents, introducing herself, and telling, you know, what she expects from us and what she will be doing. And I've never gotten a letter before from a teacher the first day of school.
How much she cares. I love hearing stories like that.
Yeah, so she is a really great teacher, and I think Zyra is going to have a great year with her. But parents need to help teachers, I think, too, by preparing their children properly, too. Sending the right things to school. paying visits to school too, checking up with the teacher how your children are behaving, because some teachers will tell you that they only see parents the first day of school and maybe for a report card.
Yeah.
But you need to be consistent too in checking up on them and making sure everything is okay.
Yeah, and listening to your children when they do come home and share different stories. I have a friend that I saw the other day on Facebook. She was talking about how so often we have these talks with boys about touching or respecting, you know, someone saying no and things like that.
Yeah.
And she said she never expected to have that talk with her own daughter, because she has a little daughter that wants to hug everybody. And there's this one little boy at school that doesn't want to be hugged by her. And so she's having to explain to her daughter that, you know, he said no, sweetheart, so you can't do that to him. And, you know, so often we think about, we tell the boys, you know, things like that, but we don't always think that we're going to have to tell our girls. So that sometimes there are conversations you don't expect to have, but are very important.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you need to know boundaries. Know your boundaries. And I go ahead.
And I was going to say, I think even like when it gets to high school, I know we talk a lot about protecting girls and things like that, but there are some aggressive teenage girls out there, you know?
Yeah.
That, and as a mother of boys, I know those kinds of things used to bother me, you know?
Yeah, it's true. And we do have to prepare both sides,
yeah.
not just one. I wanted to say hi to Mel Castillo. She is tuning in all the way from Corozal. She said, "Welcome back, ladies. I'm tuned in. Greetings from Corozal." So thank you for watching, Mel.
Yes.
She watches the show quite a bit. And it was
good.
so funny because when I posted a picture this morning reminding people that we're on today, she was one of the first people that I saw. And I was going to ask Mel where she was from on the Facebook page. So, all right.
I'm glad she said something.
So thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm sorry that we're not live on Facebook today, but for those of you who are watching on TV, you could text us. Our text number is right there on the screen, and we would love to hear from you and your thoughts on the back to school issue as well, and how you prepare your children for going back to school. I think stealing is such a
yes, it is
hot topic too for kids, and I never understand how kids can get away with stealing if their parents don't check their bags. If they have something new, where did you get it from? Who gave it to you? Like, follow up on that, because I think if we start encouraging or letting that slide so young, when they get older, that will be a big problem.
Yeah. And it goes along with boundaries too, explaining to the child that doesn't belong to you, that's not yours, you know, it's unacceptable for you to get into somebody else's backpack. Did you have permission? You know. Yeah.
And showing, I think, respect is such a lost art. I'm seriously, I struggle every day when I have to go and pick up my daughter from high school, because these kids will see you driving and they will be walking 4 abreast, sometimes 3 abreast. They will block the driveway that is already narrow that you can't even pass, and they don't care. They will stand there talking and laughing with their friends, and there's like, they don't care at all, and it just drives me crazy every day. I'm like, you know, these kids do not care at all about anybody else. They're just doing their own thing. And I was like, you know, I keep saying that when I was younger, couldn't get away with that, you know.
Well, that's true, because I think the society as a whole, we all looked out for one another, and, you know, you could get reprimanded by somebody else's mother or a teacher or something like that. I think it was different back then. And now it's, don't you dare talk to my child that way.
Exactly.
And, you know.
That's true. Yep. I remember getting in trouble with my principal one time, and she not only scolded me, but she took me home to my mom, who added on to the scolding, and I got in big trouble.
That's the way it used to be. That's the way it used to be.
So, but we do have to, and I thought about that when my daughter was going to high school, I said, we do need to have that network of people. Get to find out who the moms are, the other parents, and we have to look out for each other's kids. We can't just say, well, nobody better tell me anything but my picnic, whatever. But if you see your neighbor's child in a compromising situation or something that can hurt that child, will you just be quiet, or will you say something to the parent? If you don't want to say anything to the child, would you say something? So we have to look out for each other and our children, because we can't be everywhere.
Exactly.
And we do need to know, kind of know what's going on, who they're hanging out with, and all of that stuff. So be extra vigilant. I think too many things happen in the schools these days, and we cannot rely on the teachers and the warden to be the babysitter, because they already have their hands full.
They sure do. They sure do. And it does take all of us to make sure that we keep our children safe. Protecting the kids is vital.
All right, well, we're going to take a break, and then we will come back, and we're going to switch gears a little bit and be introducing a guest that's joining us for the remainder of the show. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. Hi guys, Alida and I want to invite you to join us on Tuesdays at 10:30 for a new season of Life Uncommon on Plus TV.
Desde Colombia y de la compañía que produjo Café Buen Día, presentamos Gries 100% puro café colombiano, elaborado en una de las mejores regiones cafetaleras del mundo. Gries 100% puro café colombiano es liofilizado para mantener y preservar el delicado sabor y aroma del puro café colombiano. Gries 100% puro café colombiano, la combinación perfecta para la taza de café que solo tú mereces. Buenos días con Gries 100% puro café colombiano.
Para recetas,
From the company who brought you Buen Dia freeze-dried coffee, Gries 100% pure Colombian coffee is made in Colombia, considered among the finest coffee regions around the world. Naturally freeze-dried, Gries 100% pure Colombian coffee is exposed to less heat than other coffee brands to preserve the flavor and aroma to make the perfectly convenient cup of coffee you deserve. Have a buenos dias with Gries.
Recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life. Looking for quick and easy baking? Try Grace Baking Powder. It comes in a convenient 10-gram packet. Grace Baking Powder. Great for my pancakes, waffles, fry jack, flour tortillas, muffins, waffles. Wow! How quick and easy. Grace Baking Powder. So convenient, easy to store. You love it. It's good enough and fresh whenever you need it. Another fine product brought to you by Grace. For recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
You, me, okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Life Uncommon. We are live here in the studios of Plus TV. This is our first show for September because we took a break in August. I know some of you missed us. And I want to say hi to the lady that texted in and said that she's, I love the show, sisters. I am watching, so thank you for watching. And all of those, all of you who are watching, I need some coffee this morning. But I will give Alida the honor of introducing our guests for this segment of the show.
Yes. Well, I am so excited to have this guest with us this morning. We have with us Miss Julietta Burrows-Lewis. And there, now we can see her on the screen. So thank you so much, Miss Julietta, for being with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning.
And we know you are quite a busy lady,
Yes.
so we are grateful that you could run out for a little bit. So,
Sure.
yes.
Yeah. So Miss Julietta, you are at Our Lady of Guadalupe High School.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm teaching music there. My second year in high school.
Okay.
And you're also the director of
The
Panerrifix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. That has been my passion, my baby. You could call it my baby for the last 11 years.
11 years.
That's how long the band has been in
Yeah.
existence. So last year we celebrated our 10th anniversary, and we continue on from there.
And how many students do you have this year?
We have two sets. We have the senior group, which is made up of 18 members, and a junior set with about 16. Yeah. And the interest is always there for other kids to join, and so I'm playing with the idea of starting another junior group this year, but we'll see.
Okay.
Depending on my time and availability. No?
Yeah.
Now, isn't there also a group of parents?
Yes, there is a group of parents. After much insistence on the parents of the kids in the band,
Yes.
we decided to form a parent band called Miss and Catch.
Miss and Catch.
Well, they named themselves Miss and Catch. They say they're getting more now. They're not missing as much. So they might have to upgrade the name. But yeah, Miss and Catch. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to start from scratch because for those people who may not have, don't know the story, but what inspired you to go this way with Panerrifix?
Being a music educator, when I first came back from studies and I started to work at the primary school originally, or the primary school, I, right away wanted to do something musical, and we didn't have any instruments. So we started out with choir. Then I wrote to the Governor General, begged him for some recorders, and he blessed us, and he said something bigger is coming.
Oh, wow.
And so lo and behold, about 2 years after I originally submitted the proposal to him, he blessed us with a set of steel pan instruments. I think it's one of the biggest donations he has made to any primary school. And so since then, that's 11 years ago, we've been going strong with the band. We've had students from the primary school move on to the high school, and they remain with the band. Some of them have gone on to sixth forms and still remain with the band. Others have gone away to study and come back, and they still play with the band. So there is growth, there is consistency, and with having the junior group, that helps to replace anybody who would, for whatever reason, leave the senior band.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys are pretty busy, I think, throughout the year. And September, you probably get busier. And
September is the busiest season for us. We get requests from everywhere to perform for varied events. September and December, as well as June. Okay? Those are the busiest times for us. But over the years, we have been getting more requests throughout the year. There's not a month goes by that we don't get a request to perform somewhere. First it was only seasonal. Now it's just about every month, sometimes 2 times, 3 times. But September, yes. We're very, very busy getting ready for different functions.
Okay. Right. So you said that you have the junior, and then you call it senior or seniors. Okay, so I've watched you guys play before, and it seems that everybody has such a fun time with the Panerrifix, and it makes make me want to join. I can't beat a pan for nothing though. So, but what would you say is the secret behind that makes everybody seem like they're just into the music, that they're feeling it?
Well, they join on their own will. Nobody is forced to be in the band. So naturally, they're inclined to music and playing music. And I believe one of the other pros to being in the group is that they get to travel. And that is what inspires the juniors to, you know, to set their eyes on a spot in the seniors, because they know the seniors get to travel extensively throughout Belize and abroad as well over the years. So it's just a natural desire for music and to entertain.
And how do you choose your songs?
I get to choose some of my favorites with the understanding that they get to play what they like as well.
Okay.
Right? We're sort of selective in some of the songs. Some of them we don't have singers all the time, but when we do, we try to make them appropriate lyrics. Right? But on a whole, it's pretty much what they like, youthful music that they listen to and their friends would listen to, and then I get to interject a couple of my right there.
Okay. All right. Well, I know there's something big coming up in next week, I believe.
Next week,
so tell us about that.
All right. Well, from some years now, I think about 5 or 6 years, I can't remember exactly when was the last time or the first time we participated in Panyard. Panyard is a coming together of all the steel bands in the country.
Okay.
And we've been participating in that for a while now. But for several different reasons, we're not participating in the one in Belize City.
Okay.
We're creating our own Panyard in Belmopan.
Okay.
Pretty much to showcase our talent locally here and to engage the Belmopan community. Because we find that when we go and perform in Belize City, there's just a handful of people from the Belmopan community who would attend. And so to make it more convenient for fans and family who would want to go, we're having it here this year. And so that is set for next week, Saturday, September 16th. Not to be confused with the one in Belize City, because they're having theirs the same night. No?
Okay.
I would really like to see us having Panyard throughout the country.
Yes,
eventually.
that would be great.
Simultaneously or whatever. No, but this year we're doing it on our own here in Belmopan, and we have local talent. Can I name some of them?
Sure.
Well, we have Shanika Moyer, who was on KTV Remix.
Yes.
She will be performing a couple songs. We have your very own Alida Shah, right? She will be gracing the stage as well with the band in a special item.
Okay.
All right.
Alida, you didn't mention that part.
Right. So we're looking forward to that. And then we have Mervyn Budram. He'll be performing as well for the event. Collaborating with us for, I believe this is the 3rd year, is the Benke Marimba group. I don't know how familiar you are with them, but they are a very young, dynamic group of people from the Benke area who played in marimba in an initiative to kind of preserve the culture and all of that with the marimba music. And since that is a percussion instrument similar to the steel pan, we have been working with them this is our 3rd year, I believe, working with them. And so we're looking forward to that collaborative performance with the Benke Marimba group.
Well, let me tell you something, Miss Julietta. My daughter's birthday is September 16th. And I always plan something on the day, because if they're not a day, to me, it's not the same. But when I heard that you guys are having a panyard, I moved the birthday celebration.
She has a perfect party, right? Set up for
I moved it to the night before so that, we could go as a family to the event. And of course, because I wanted Alida to be at the party as well, we can't say much what we're doing with her because it's a little surprise for her that we're doing, but she knows we're having something. But I am looking forward to it.
That's awesome.
So so this is a previews here.
That is from a previous Panyard. That was last year. 2016 Panyard. We that was, I believe, a collaborative performance with the marimba. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's great.
And we have similar ages in the both in the bands, so they interact and they have fun doing music together.
I always love watching the kids perform because they really get into it. They start dancing and having a good time.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that the Belmopan community will come out because really it's a showcase of Belmopan talent of all the different kids who are in the various bands, in the junior band, in the seniors, and then the parents too. You know, they want some acknowledgement. They want to know that their friends, you know, come out and support them as well. So we're inviting tongue and country. Bring your neighbor, your friend, everybody. You know, it's a family event, so everybody can come out and just have a great time with the music.
And the kids are working really hard with practicing. How many hours or how often do they work?
I feel guilty sometimes because we practice all through summer. Partial Christmas break, partial Easter break, depending on what event we're working towards. And every summer for the past number of years, we've been practicing all through summer. They take breaks, families go here and there, you know, and they schedule their vacations around Steelband camp.
Wow, okay.
Because we've been inviting an Antiguan Steelband percussion player to come and work with our band for 3 summers now. This summer again. And he works with the bands, both our band and the marimba band. And previous years he worked with the band in Belize City as well, another steel band. So these kids work hard.
Yes,
they come regular during the school year, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday sometimes. And then during the summer, intensive training to prepare them for the September, especially for the September celebrations.
All right. Well, I want to ask you more info to to share with location and all of that stuff, but we do have to take a break. So this is our final break, and then we come back and we will wrap up the show for today. And I want to say thanks to Miss Radiance Julietta that texted in. She said that she's happy that we're back.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be right back, everybody.
Colombia y de la compañía que produjo Café Buen Día, presentamos Gries 100% puro café colombiano, elaborado en una de las mejores regiones cafetaleras del mundo. Gries 100% puro café colombiano es liofilizado para mantener y preservar el delicado sabor y aroma del puro café colombiano. Gries 100% puro café colombiano, la combinación perfecta para la taza de café que solo tú mereces. Buenos días con Grace, 100% puro café colombiano.
Para recetas, visita gracerecetas.com. Es el momento para Grace.
Looking for quick and easy baking? Try Grace Baking Powder. It comes in a convenient 10-gram packet. Grace Baking Powder. Great for my pancakes, waffles, fry jack, flour tortillas, muffins, waffles. Wow! How quick and easy. Grace Baking Powder. So convenient, easy to store. You love it. It's good enough and fresh whenever you need it. Another fine product brought to you by Grace. For recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
Hi, guys. I want to
Welcome back to Life Uncommon. We are live here in the studios at Plus TV. And in case you're just now joining us for some reason and you haven't been with us this whole time, right now we have Miss Julietta with us from Panerrifix, and we've been talking about some of the events that they have coming up. And the big one is, for this September celebration here in Belmopan is going to be the Belmopan edition, right? Yes. And that'll be September 16th. And what time will it start?
Well, we want families to come out, and so we're hoping for an early start by 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Come early. We don't plan to have chairs per se because it's a concert where you can actually get up and dance.
Yes.
So it will be at the Hilltop Court, basketball court. And there are already bleachers there. So we're hoping that people will fill up the bleachers who need to sit, but the others can just party in front of the bands as they perform.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to sit still and listen to
Panerrifix.
I don't know how people do it.
Yeah. Okay, so at the Hilltop Court, 7 p.m. September 16th, Saturday. That is next weekend, guys, here in Belmopan. And like Miss Julietta said, tongue and country, everybody come out. And it will be a wonderful night for sure.
It's on the September celebrations calendar for Belmopan.
Okay.
So I don't think anything else is scheduled that night. There's some event earlier in the day, but that is the main event for the night.
Okay.
So it won't clash with anything else that's happening as far as I know.
Yeah.
And so Miss Anketch will be performing as well?
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
All three groups, the junior band, the senior band, and Miss Anketch.
Yeah.
And they're hyped, they're all excited. Every year we go to either Panerrifix in Belize City or we participate in Carnival, and they want to perform. I go like, but what will you all play? Get your songs ready, and so they're ready this year. So we're just looking forward to that. That's one of our parents, another parent. They join us every year in our parades.
Okay.
For support for go as chaperones, but in the end they have, I think, more fun. Or as much fun as the kids. Yeah, we travel extensively, as I said before, and so we're always accompanied by a set of parents. And they think that they're a part of the band. They are a part of the band. They are. And so now they have their own group. So that was a couple years ago, Panerrifix in Belize City, at the House of Culture. And that was recent. That was Christmas 2016. We performed at the Parish Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, we have concerts at least 2 times for the year, Christmas and sometimes Easter. And then there's always Panerrifix that we participate in. So there's a big events, and then we perform otherwise at other functions that we're invited to perform. We perform for birthdays, for weddings, destination weddings. We've played for people we don't even know. They fly in their party from the States. We just show up, play, and So we play for just about every and any event.
Okay. So if someone wanted to have you come to an event, how would they get a hold of you?
They can contact us through our Facebook page, Panerrifix Facebook page. My number. Can I give it out?
Sure.
635-9339. They can call me. They can contact us on Facebook, or just pull up at the band room. The band room is at the primary school, a little yellow building all the way in the back of the yard. I understand that people can hear us as far as Toucan Street, Oriole Street when we're practicing in the evening. So
I've heard many
just
times.
follow the music. Follow the music and you'll find us.
And I think you guys might need a bigger building soon.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
We're hoping to acquire more pans. That's our goal.
Okay.
The proceeds from this event, we hope to purchase at least 1 more pan or 2 if we can.
Okay.
So we can accommodate more people and at the same time replace some of the instruments that we've had for 10, 11 years. They deteriorate over time. And abuse from, all the
traveling and playing.
And traveling. So that is the goal, that we acquire more pans.
You wanted to ask something about
I did.
the
So
band.
how do the kids get involved in the band? Is there an audition process or what? How does that happen?
Right. We have auditions when there is space and availability. So the kids are invited to come for a month. The audition usually lasts a month. They come in twice a week, and they're shown, they're taught the pan, the notes in the pans.
Okay, so they don't have to know how to play before they come in. Okay, great.
And then based on aptitude and interest and commitment during that month, we make our selection.
Okay.
Right, and then they join this junior band first.
Okay.
And then depending again on aptitude, commitment and attitude as well. Then they can eventually move up to the senior band depending again on availability of instruments.
And in a song like availability come after.
No, unfortunately, until we can acquire maybe another whole set of bands, we're hoping somebody will, bless us with the finances to be able to buy another complete set. We're looking at thousands and thousands of dollars. So we're hoping and believing that will happen soon.
All right. Well, I do hope so, because I think you guys could do even more, with what you need, and people don't see that side of the maintenance and the expenses that occurs to, that to maintain a band and to do all the things that you do. So maybe that's a good Paniad Belmopan edition. It would be a good opportunity for people to also get behind the band and to say, I want to give towards this, I want to help.
Yeah. At the moment, we only cater to students at the primary school and the high school. But eventually, we would want to open it to the Belmopan community at large, because all the schools have interest. Principals and teachers and parents have come and asked, how can I get my child in? And for now, if you're not a member of the school, then you would have to bring your own instrument. So if anybody would want to join, then I would say, well, if you can afford to get your own instrument, then your child is welcome to come. That's the only way we can accommodate anybody right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, Paniad, the Belmopan edition, is coming up next weekend. And I won't forget because it's my baby's birthday. And she's excited about it. When I told her, I said, we might have to move your birthday thing to Friday. And she's like, why? I said, because Paniad is on the 16th. And she's like, okay, no problem. So she's excited.
Well, it should be a great event. I'm real excited about it.
So I guess you'll be wearing something, heels and all of that. Or you're going flat so you could dance.
I'm going to have to wear some flats so I can dance. I mean, like I said, it's
I'm
hard.
I'm the co-host and she has me in suspense here. She didn't tell me nothing.
No, it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. I'll tell you all about it. I don't want to give too much away. But you have to come out. And these kids, they've been working hard, and it is exciting. And I know I've heard Shanika sing, and she's excellent. And Mervyn Budrum is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to the marimba. I think it's going to be a great part of the September celebration. So come out and join us.
Belmopan people always complain that there's not enough things to do for families or just to go out and have, fun. So this is a great opportunity. And tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for kids. So.
And you will not be disappointed. It will be worth it.
So any last thing that you want to share before we go, Miss Julietta?
Well, we're going over and beyond to prepare for this event. We always do. When we go to Belize City and we perform there, we try to be as spectacular and dynamic as possible. And so we're bringing that same level of excitement and preparation to Belmopan. We've been preparing since January, actually.
Oh, wow, okay.
Getting the music ready for Paniad. It's not just a, fly-by-night kind of thing. We just 2 weeks ago start to prepare. This has been months in the planning. So we would really hope that the Belmopan community, young, old, not so young, not so old, everybody can come out and just, I believe we'll have music to cater to all different age ranges and different genres of music. And so, it should be appealing to the masses. So we're hoping that everybody will come out.
Excellent. And I wouldn't expect it to be a fly-by-night, because I think from what I've seen, you guys put a lot, especially you. I see the perfection. Like you aim for that, for excellence in what you guys do. And people need to realize that is one of the keys to success. If you want to do something excellent, you have to prepare and you have to work really hard and give it enough time before you can present something out there. Because then if they go song bad, that you never blame, right? Work they high.
That's right.
All right. You have anything you want to share, Alida, before we go?
I think that's it. I mean, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? Just trying to get back into the groove, and we made it, our first show.
I just wish the studio was big enough that we could bring, the band here for a show.
Yeah, that would have
and
been
we could
awesome.
do an awesome September thing, maybe one of these days when we have to do an outdoor show. All right, well, we will be back here again next week. Same time, 10:30 live here in the studios of Plus TV, and hopefully we will be live on Facebook next week. We want to say thanks, William. That William, right?
And Denmark.
That Denmark. That's why Denmark, now they look for me.
That's right, he wasn't even
William.
looking at you because you weren't calling his name. Thank you to Cirillo, thank you to Grace Kennedy Belize, and to International Servants. And thank you to everybody that's watching, because we obviously couldn't do the show without you.
That's right.
So.
See you guys next week.